What's going on, Out of the Park baseball fans? How is everybody doing tonight? Very excited to be back here this weekend. This week. It's not the weekend. It's a Tuesday, for crying out loud. Who's thinking of the weekend on a Tuesday? What's going on, everybody? Good to see you here. My name is Rich Grisham. I am here tonight to continue our fantastic series on rebuilding the 2019 Cincinnati Reds. This is the Big Rich Machine. You may think that it's called the Big Rich Machine because I'm the guy making the decisions. Absolutely not. I am wildly unqualified. That's why we have our man, the legend, the Out of the Park baseball genius, Alex Murray, with us. Alex, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good today, Rich. Good to be back on a Tuesday. And very excited for what we have to talk about tonight because we've got a good little event that we have to go through.
We do. And I'm going to make a confession that I've not made to you or to anybody else.
Oh, no. Don't tell me this is your first time.
I'm not going to tell you that. What I am going to say, this is the very first time that I have ever been excited for a Rule 5 draft. This is going to be awesome. I have never been excited for one until now because I know what's going to happen tonight. Two things. Number one, I'm going to learn something, which makes me happy. And number two, whatever we're going to do in the Rule 5 draft is going to make our team better because you're helping me make that happen.
I love the positivity about that. Like, there's no way this could go bad because Alex is at the wheel. So
that's exactly right. And the best part about it is complete ability for me to blame all problems on you and take all credit for myself.
Hey, I'm just the assistant GM. You take the blame if it all goes wrong.
That's true. Good point. Before we get much further, I want to say a couple of things real quick. Number one, we're doing a giveaway tonight. So between now and the end of the show, we'll be doing, what do you say, Alex? Three prizes?
Yeah, let's do that.
3 prizes, 20,000 perfect points to 3 winners tonight. So look for that about halfway through for us to start that. And if you guys want to remind me of that, please feel free because I'm going to be super excited about this Rule 5 draft. So, yes, 3 giveaways tonight, 20,000 perfect points. Go crazy, folks. Have some fun out there in the auction house. Rip some packs, whatever it is that you got. Okay, a couple other things here. I want to make sure that you guys know about a little something called Out of the Park Now. Out of the Park Now is the podcast, one of the 2 podcasts that we do at Out of the Park Developments. The latest one came out today. It's a whole lot of fun doing the show, so I really hope you go check it out. It's on Apple Podcasts, which used to be called iTunes. It's on Google Play. It's on Spotify. Today's episode, we talked to the author of a fantastic book called Now Taking the Field. His name is Tom Stone. And basically what he does is he puts the all-time dream teams out there for all 30 baseball franchises and some really interesting sort of criteria and decisions and stuff like that. So go check that out as well as the book. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know about that. So the latest episode is out today. In addition, on Thursday, the latest episode of the Kevin Kennedy Show will be live. That's the other audio podcast that we do. And again, I really appreciate you guys checking these out, giving me feedback, giving us feedback. You know, it's a lot of fun to be able to produce these things, and I think we're doing some really cool stuff. Kevin Kennedy, if you don't know, is a former Major League Baseball player, multiple franchise manager, spent years managing in the minor leagues as well as the major leagues, spent many years as the commentator on all of the Fox national coverage. Today does stuff with the Dodgers and XM. He's fantastic. He's the best. So go check those out. And again, as I said, about halfway through, we'll start a giveaway, do 3 prizes of 20,000 perfect points, because that's what we do around here, Alex Murray. Right?
Absolutely.
That's what we do. I just realized that my head is completely blocking the 2 Mets jerseys that I've got. I've switched the angle around here a little bit, so I got to do something about that because they're much better looking than I am. So
they're like your backdrop at this point.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's get to business. What do you say? What do you say that we take a look at the Cincinnati Reds as we left them, my good friend? So where should we recap? Because we always like to sort of recap before we jump into it. We did I mean, here's my recap. My recap is that we made about 10 or 11 trades. We tossed everybody out that we did not like. We brought in a whole bunch of the best prospects from a whole bunch of other teams. We completely robbed them blind because that's what we do. To the point where I think the authorities might have been called on us by a couple of our fans a couple of times, but that's okay. That's what we do.
What happened?
Yeah, it happens. So, but other than the incredible flurry of trades, what are some other sort of quick recaps we should probably hit on?
Okay, so the recaps I think we need to talk about is that we were able to acquire an international free agent star, who we are all now officially referring to as Yoshi.
Yes.
Because it's a lot easier than his full name. But he signed in like 3 days, which is a little bit unusual for a lot of the international stars that come across. Normally they'll barter for a lot more money.
Yes.
So we may have gotten away with a really good deal on Yoshi. We prepared our team to cut salaries over the course of these 7 or 8 different streams. We've been able to keep our money down and give ourselves flexibility. And that resulted last week in us actually dealing for Buster Posey and having the Giants keep pretty much almost all of his contract.
Amazing.
So we actually saved money to bring in Buster Posey into our organization.
Buster Posey, future Hall of Famer, is now our starting catcher.
Yes, he is. For at least 2 years, he will be.
And then, of course, Mookie Betts is our right fielder as well, by the way, as of the moment.
For 1 year, yes. It is amazing how there are suddenly a whole bunch of Mookie Betts rumors about him going to the Padres or the Dodgers. And it's like, we kind of beat them to that. We just went ahead and traded him to the Reds. But, okay, sure. We're ahead of everybody.
We are. We know what we're doing. Or shall I say, you know what you're doing.
I mean, that being the case, I'm not going to be able to finagle Castellanos onto our team, unfortunately, Rich. That's not happening.
Yep. Real quick, let me answer a question. Puckstopper asks, how did my perfect team playoffs go on Sunday? So the answer is I finished as we were expecting with the number 2 seed, and I'm in one of the perfect leagues. Finished with the second best record in the league. Won the division series 3-1. I fell down 3-1 in the league championship series, won game 5, won game 6. In game 7, I fell behind early, and then I took the lead, and then I blew the lead.
Oh.
And then I tied the game in extra innings, and they tied the game in extra innings, and then it went another 2 innings, and then they had a walk-off, and I lost in game 7 of the league championship series, not the World Series. I can't help myself,
Alex.
One
step away.
Don't yell at me, Alex, but I call it by what I call I call it the World Series. I call it the league championship series. I know those aren't the right.
You went deep into the playoffs. That's all that matters.
I went deep.
You know.
I went deep, and I lost in extra innings in a game 7.
That hurt.
That hurt a lot.
That hurts when okay, we were literally just one hit, hit. Please,
that's right.
Guys, come on.
That's right. Yeah, it's brutal. And I was about to live stream the World Series. I would have done that.
Because
I mean, not the whole thing, but I would have hopped in and done 30 minutes like after game 1 and before game 2 or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, just to show off what's going on. Do you think you had a good chance to win the World Series if you had gotten past that one team?
Sure, I had the 3rd or 4th best record in all of baseball, so I absolutely had the chance. Absolutely had the chance.
Yeah, that's always the hard part when you're like, okay, our team was definitely one of the best. We should have beaten the entire thing, and we just fell short. It's like, ouch, that hurts.
Yep. No, I didn't. Look, I've lost I did not break my keyboard. I have lost plenty of times in the playoffs. I've only won one. I've won one championship in the however many weeks we've been doing this. We're getting close to. We got to be over 40, right? So how many years is that? It's
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll do up to 52 by the end of the entire season when we get back to 21's release.
Yeah.
It'll be about 52 weeks, so 52 seasons or so.
And I'm going to keep on going because, I'm going to win a perfect league championship in Out of the Park 20 at some point. I'm going to do it. Right?
Everyone will have left and Rich will still be there. I can win this still.
I can do it now. I can do it. Even if it's only because I'm managing my hour to hour,
Yeah. You can still pedal to the metal at that point for you.
Exactly. All right, so let's get back to hand. Great question. Thank you for that. Let's get back to the matters at hand. So we signed Yoshi. He's awesome. We got Buster Posey. He's awesome. The Rule 5 draft is about to happen. But before we get to that, what else do we want to talk about or remind people of or otherwise attack?
The only other thing that we did was we went ahead and offered a contract to Moustakis.
Right.
We offered Mike Moustakis a contract, $6.5 million.
That's right.
With an incentive for $1.5 million, I believe, and that had a player opt out after 2 years, I believe.
Right.
We're gonna see if he signs or not. There are indications that he actually will sign with us, and that will make us do ring around the rosy with our infield players a little bit. We're gonna move some players around, and Yoshi would actually not be our starting shortstop. He would actually become our starting left fielder, which would be interesting because he's never played left field before.
That's right.
But he has amazing outfield abilities. He would fit naturally into the position, and it would give us the ability to play Adames at shortstop, which is his natural position, and it would be better for us all around. So we have some money set aside for a couple of free agents. We are still trying to get who is a left-handed relief pitcher that we're looking at getting. There's a Japanese or international outfielder that we're also trying to get. He's a minor league player, though. We're battling with the Diamondbacks to pick him up right now. Both of us are offering him the minor league minimum contract, and he keeps bouncing back and forth between the two of us. And then we also offered a contract to Billy Hamilton if he'll sign with us. He'd be our backup pinch runner / fielding outfielder. And he'll be interesting if we get him because he would be someone that we would probably teach multiple outfield positions during spring training and see if he makes the ball club at opening day because we've got a good amount of outfield prospects and he is on the outside looking in if we do get Billy Hamilton.
Okay.
But the moment we had left off last stream was we had just entered into the Rule 5 draft. And so we went ahead and ended it there because I wanted to talk a little bit about what the Rule 5 draft is.
Yes.
Kind of what to look out for, good and bad, because if you simulate through a Rule 5 draft willy-nilly, you could lose some pretty good people that you're actually definitely not wanting to lose. So a Rule 5 draft, I guess if anyone doesn't know what a Rule 5 draft is, after a certain amount of service time, anybody in your minor leagues is eligible for this Rule 5 draft if they are not on your 40-man roster. So after a certain period of time, you can't just hoard prospects in your AAA farm team waiting for them to get better. They have to be either on your 40-man or you have to offer them up to this Rule 5 draft. And if you go ahead and go to the Rule 5 draft pool, Rich, you should have that if you go to MLB.
Yep.
And there should be a list of all the players that are available right now that are not on a 40-man roster, and anybody during this draft could just pick them. Now, there are some rules about this Rule 5 draft, which makes sense. It's called a Rule 5 draft. Basically, what happens is anybody that you pick during this draft must remain on your major league active roster, well, at least the 40-man roster, but if they're injured, they can go on the injury list. But they have to remain on your active roster for the entire season. The entire season. It can't be just for a little bit of time.
That's a big deal. So that is
season.
The 25-man or the 40-man? So
that's
the 25-man. So now will be the 26th in 2020.
That's true.
Yes.
That will be the 26th man. That's very true. Now, it's easier to do the active roster right now because we have 40 as our size for the active roster right now because we're in off-season mode. But yes, when you get to like the opening day and you only have 25 roster spots, having 1 or 2 or even 3 Rule 5 draft people on your roster can put you in a bit of a bind because suddenly you have to choose between releasing them back to their team or sending one of your people down to AAA who really deserves to be in the majors.
What about injury? What's the impact?
Injuries? If the player is injured after Rule 5 drafting them, if you get someone from the Rule 5 draft and they get injured, you can shelve them onto your injury list. They don't get released. And as soon as they are healthy, they must go back to your active roster.
Okay.
Now, that actually is a really interesting and kind of cheaty way to be able to play the game. If somebody gets an injury, you could put them on the 60-man roster or injury list and try to outlast the season with them. The problem is that when they're injured, they're not developing, and most of these kids are not fully developed, so you don't want them to be stalling.
Okay.
So, no, you cannot send them to the minor leagues if they are an active Rule 5 draftee.
Okay.
They have to stay on your active roster. So that's the limitation, is that they have to have an active roster slot, and they do take up a spot on your 40-man. So if you go, Rich, instead of going to that draft pool really fast, let's head over to our Cincinnati Reds roster page really fast so we can show people what we're going to be doing for this Rule 5 draft.
All right.
Because we have some room.
Yes. So where under the red should I go? The home screen and then where?
Just go to the rosters and transactions,
all right.
and the overview page is all we need to show for right now.
Very good. That's where we are.
That's true, right, Joe? I don't know if that's in the game or if that's in real life rules about them needing to be on the active roster for 90 days. Although, to be honest, if you do get them in December, which is when the Rule 5 draft normally happens in-game, 90 days would be, end of February, early March. So by spring training, they'll have been on the active roster by 90 days. So I could see that. I've never run into that problem before. Although I have done some interesting moves with Rule 5 draft pick people in terms of wheeling and dealing. But yes, anywho, so you guys can see from our rosters that our active roster has 29 players out of 40, and that's just because we're currently in off-season mode and we have a lot of space. But our 40-man roster is the more important roster to be looking at right now because that is our major limiter. We have 37 out of 40 players on our 40-man, and this is because we've been making a bunch of trades to bring on a whole bunch of people who are 40-man roster people. They need to be in that roster because they got major league contracts.
Yep.
That's people like Dawel Lugo, we picked him up. Nick Gordon, we picked him up. That also includes Victor Reyes and Austin Hayes. Both of them are major league roster players. So anybody who has a... Whoops.
You're good.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm back.
Yep.
Sorry about that. So
it's all
anybody
right.
who has a major league roster where they've been called up and they get the minimum contract, they have to be on your 40-man. So managing and balancing your 40-man roster is vitally important to be successful as a GM in this game.
Good to know.
All right. I'm going to grab somebody just to see what they can do. Exactly, Matrim, and that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be grabbing people in the Rule 5 draft that we want to see play during spring training to give them a tryout. If they don't do well in spring training,
we cut them
back to the team that they came from. No, that's actually what we do, Rich.
Right.
We just give them back to the team that they came from, and we're like, nope, they're not ready yet. Give us another year, and we'll come back and get them next year.
There you go.
No, not really. But, that's basically what we're kind of going to be doing. Well, and that's the thing, L3erd, is that we can, if you play spring training instead of simulate spring training, you can get a much better understanding of a player's statistics and how well they do. So that's going to be down the road. We're going to have a hands-on spring training simulation, which not a lot of people are actually doing in OOTP. Wow. A lot of people just simulate it. Oh, no. We're going to be all hands on deck because we've made a win now team in a division that everybody else is win now as well. It's going to be an amazing ride for 1 year. This National League Central is going to be fun. So what we need to do really fast, though, Rich, is we need to update our short lists because if you go back to that draft pool for Rule 5, you may notice that there are a lot of people who are emboldened. They are capitalized.
That's right.
They're people we have watched out for. So the good news is some of those people are really, really good. We actually want them. Such as, there's a couple people on that list. We want to reacquire Luke Leftwich. He's someone we're interested in. We want to get Jared Miller. He's a left-handed specialist from Arizona. He's a very good person who would couple well with Amir Garrett. We also are thinking about getting someone like a Peter Fairbanks. He's a very good relief pitcher. If you sort it by potential, he's the top of the list. He is the best person on this Rule 5 draft you could get. There's also a couple of hitters we might be interested in picking up, but that would be if we really make some bold moves and get rid of some of our 40-man roster players. Vidal Brujan from Tampa Bay. He's a second base prospect, very good hitter, very good hitter. So he's someone that I'm interested in, but I don't think we'll pick him up this year. And then Jahmai Jones from the Los Angeles Angels organization. He's also very good. And both of those guys should be highlighted and emboldened on the list.
Okay.
You may spot them, but I think the bad news, which I should touch on, is that you can see some of those players on that list are ours.
Mm-hmm.
So just as much as we're interested in grabbing players, people might be interested in grabbing our players, which is not cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's steal and be stolen from.
That's right.
So what we want to do before we jump into this Rule 5 draft is organize our short list and make sure that our 40-man rosters are complete. Because otherwise we might lose somebody really important to our team, and one of these deals or trades might actually not work out for us, and I don't want to have that happen. So what we need to do first is we need to go to our short lists and do some revisions. So if you actually had don't go to the short list, go to the Reds.
All right.
And go to players. Sorry, I'm bouncing you all over the place.
That's good. Keep going.
But we're going to head to the minor leagues tab under players. And we're going to do some quick short list work. Because we've acquired a lot of prospects from teams that we were interested in acquiring prospects from. So some of our short lists are out of order. So what we're going to do is we're going to scout and view this minor leagues tab. And you want to have it viewed by Brad Meadow, our scout. And we're going to apply a filter. You can just customize the one you have right now because it's probably already doing potential rating, but I don't know what the number is. We need to change that to 45, whatever it's at right now.
Wait, change what to 45?
So if you go to filter,
yep,
and you go to customize,
right. Oh, the potential rating of 45.
We need to change that to at least 45, and then hit OK.
Yeah, it is. Potential rating is at least 45 already.
Okay,
that's already on there.
Awesome. Is that all players? That doesn't look like all of the players that I'm interested in. Because I've got 31. Oh, maybe I've got some people that we don't have yet. No, one. Some people might have gotten improvements. Either way, we want to go ahead and make sure that all of those people are on our short list.
Okay.
I see Jaron Kendall's not. So here's what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and hit the top left button to select all the players on that list. And we're going to right-click on just the top player at that point. And we want to remove them, if we can, from all short lists.
All right. Can't do it for Jaron Kendall for some reason.
That's okay. Probably because he's on another short list or because he isn't on a short list yet.
Yep.
So after we've done that, we're going to go ahead and do them all again. We're going to click and highlight all of them, and then we're going to add them this time to the Reds prospect list.
Add to the Reds prospect list.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that just makes sure that that Reds prospect list is updated with everyone we've acquired. We should do the exact same thing with the OOTP scouting instead, so the OSA ratings. If you go to scouting, and instead of selecting our scouting director, select the OOTP Scouting Association. There will be more players on the list because they value some players differently than our head scout does.
Yep. Okay.
Now we want to do the same process here. We want to select everybody, right-click on the top guy, and then, or on the person that is, I guess, technically added to a short list, because you can't on someone who isn't. And we'll want to remove them all from all the short lists.
Right.
It'll give you another problem handling.
Hold on a second. My bad. So I clicked on selected everybody. And I'm right-clicking, and you want me to remove from the short list?
Yes, so you'll have to do that on Antonio, because technically the top guy hasn't been added to any of our short lists. Okay. So somehow we picked up a 4.5-star relief pitcher who is not on any of our short lists. I don't know how.
I'm just glad we have him now. Am I removing him from Reds prospects or from all short lists?
From all short lists.
All right, they're all gone, baby. Oh,
All
there's
right,
a problem
so-
for a bunch of other players, though.
And that's okay. That's just because they weren't on a short list to begin with.
Okay.
So we'll do the same thing again. Just basically select all of these players,
Right.
right-click, add them to the Reds prospects. And that was just a clean house, basically, to make
Got it.
sure that we have every single player on our organization who's good.
Got
that
it.
we know they're someone to watch out for because they have good potential for us.
Yep. Got it.
All right. So we've done that. I'm not going to worry about the prospects watch list yet. So let's go ahead and actually we got to head back to our rosters and transactions.
All right.
Because we're going to make some moves for our 40-man.
All right.
There are at least 2 people we need to do some work on.
All right.
The first one is going to be Kiri Mella. He is the gentleman who unfortunately is having Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, he's injured.
Because he tore a phone book in half.
Is that true?
Yes. It was
Really?
described as an undisclosed injury, but if you dig into his news report in the game, it will tell you that he was trying to show off by tearing a Yellow Pages book in half.
Unbelievable.
So we lost one of our relief pitchers because he was trying to be a showboat.
Unbelievable.
So we want to go ahead. We need to waive and designate Mella for assignment.
Oh, we can do that even though he's hurt? That seems pretty
Even though
callous.
he's hurt, we can still do that. Well, I mean, hey, he tore a phone book in half and
That's
ruined
true.
his ear. So,
That's a
you
fair
know
point.
what? I've got no feelings for this guy right now.
All right, so I am going to. I'm gonna waive and designate for assignment.
Waive and designate him for assignment.
All right, see you later, Carrie Mella.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, that doesn't actually mean we're going to lose him.
Okay.
What's going to happen is that he's losing his 40-man. Yes, releasing him for being stupid wouldn't be a bad idea either. But what's basically going to happen is he loses his 40-man roster spot.
Right.
Is what that means. That's the designating for assignment. And in order to designate him for assignment, we have to waive him. So there's a 3-day period in which somebody could decide they want to try out Kella when he's done with his surgery, or Mella, sorry. But he's most likely than not going to get past that 3-day window, and we'll probably end up just putting him in AAA. So he's probably going to stay on the team regardless of what we do.
All right.
Okay. So there's only one other person that I was looking at and thought that we should absolutely have on our 40-man roster, and that is Fernando Romero, one of the starting pitching prospects that we picked up from the Twins. He's currently not on our 40-man roster, and he's got some high potential for a starter. And it's very likely that if we do not add him to our 40-man, he will get grabbed by somebody else.
All right, so where is he?
I don't even know where he is in our organization. If you hit actions and ask the AI to set up, not the organization, lineups, etc., do the minor league systems one.
Okay.
So it's the bottom one. If you do the complete organization, this AI does everything, including the stuff that we're personally hands-on working on. We don't want to do that. So if you do the second one, which is the complete minor league system, that will then manage all of our minor league players, and that should put Romero into AAA.
And what's his name?
Fernando Romero.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
The 2.5 star out of 4-star potential starting pitcher. So we don't want to lose him. That would be bad.
So being on Louisville puts him on the 40-man?
No. We have to drag him to the 40-man roster.
Okay.
And that will put him on the 40-man, but still have him in AAA. So you don't have to have the player in majors to have them on the 40-man roster.
Right.
You can still put them in the minors.
I didn't know. Okay. So, but you have to designate that. In addition to having them be AAA, you got to put them on the 40-man.
Yes.
You can play for the AAA and not be on the 40-man roster.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In fact, there's going to be a lot of players who are not on the 40-man roster, but are going to play all over our minor league system.
Right.
For example, who else do we have here? I think Jaron Kendall is one of them. He is not on the 40-man roster, but he's in AAA. Another example would be Alzolay. Alzolay is in AAA. In fact, he's a Rule 5 draft pick person, potentially. He might get signed by somebody. I don't think he's going to. He's not good enough. But to an extent, anybody with that, is that a pound or hashtag, whatever you want to call it, that symbol next to their name, they are a person who will be on that Rule 5 draft. They are not secured to our organization. They're eligible to be drafted, and we could lose them. So we've got a lot of players. I mean, you've got Yusniel Diaz is a pretty good one. Villena is, Alzolay is on there. Gutierrez is on there. Friedel, Stout. We've got Rookers on that list. There's a ton of players. We have tons of guys that anybody could just grab if they wanted to. But we've done a good job, and we haven't gotten too many players that are MLB ready right now. We've gotten a lot of players who are AA ready. So I'm pretty confident that we're not going to lose anybody in this Rule 5 draft.
All right. I like confidence. Confidence is a good thing.
Well, and if we lose them, we'll just trade for them next year. So, hey, we'll get them back anyways. All right. So that actually means that we are good to go for this Rule 5 draft, because that was pretty much everything we needed to cover before we jumped into it.
All right. Fabulous. I love it. We're going to the Rule 5 draft.
Yay!
Going to the game. Oh, we're going to the game. All right.
Okay. So if we launch into the Rule 5 draft,
yes,
it's going to act just like any other first-year player draft, amateur draft, even a fantasy draft. Everybody's in order. I think it's dependent upon their season standings and their position.
Okay.
So we get number like 7 or 8, if I remember correctly. And most of the teams already have their 40-man rosters filled.
Actually, we're number 12. Just so
number 12. Okay, it must be based off of the year before's draft then. But if you go ahead and hit continue the Rule 5 draft, you can do up to 10 rounds. And the way the Rule 5 draft works is that you are required to have a 40-man roster spot available to be able to sign somebody. So if you don't have any space in your 40-man, you can't pick anybody. So, for example, if we get started here, you may notice that the Detroit Tigers have 40 people on their 40-man roster right now.
Right.
Which means instead of signing somebody, they have to skip their drafts, which means they're done for the entire Rule 5 draft. The minute that you skip one round, it makes sense, because when you're holding put, that basically means you're done.
No, I get that.
So
the reason I say wow is the Detroit Tigers are not a top-performing club, and I'm very surprised that they would have 40. Or do I have that backwards, where sort of the more of a struggling team you may be record-wise, it would make more sense you'd have all 40 full? Or to me, that doesn't seem like the right strategy.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think it's a good strategy. There may be a problem that we gave them too many players in some of our deals that require to be on the 40-man roster, and that might be what filled up their team. But we're not going to claim responsibility for that, because why would we do that?
Absolutely not. Just curious. Okay, so I'll hit advanced draft, right?
I believe that every single team should have at least 1 or 2 40-man roster spots at the Rule 5 draft, just in case there's a really good person on the Rule 5 draft that you want to pick up. Because you don't want to get burned by not picking somebody up and then realizing years down the road you could have gotten him. So, yeah. So you can go ahead and simulate up until our draft. Because, as you'll notice, Baltimore Orioles also have 40 people on their 40-man roster, so they can't sign anybody either.
So I'm gonna be bold and click on the auto draft until next pick by Cincinnati.
Fine, we can absolutely do that.
That's a little, sometimes I've clicked a button a little too quickly, so I want to make sure that you're okay with that. All right, here I go.
Go ahead.
All right, I did it.
Be fine.
I clicked the button. All right. It's our turn to draft in the Rule 5 draft. Whoa, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Let's do it.
All right. So there are 3 people we absolutely must get if they're
Okay.
available. That, of course, is going to be Luke Leftwich, Jared Miller, and Peter Fairbanks. Now, in my opinion, Luke Leftwich is actually the best person on this list to pick up. And you might remember, we literally just traded him away to the Giants.
That's right.
So we're actually going to go ahead and take him back.
Okay.
So
You like him that much?
We like him that much. In fact, we like him so much that we're going to trade him back to the Giants if we want to down the road. So
no hard feelings, Luke. No hard feelings. It's all good. It's all good.
I mean, he'll be there eventually. He'll be there. So we're going to go ahead and drag him down to the bottom left, and we'll go ahead and just draft him.
Okay. Welcome back home. Welcome home, Luke Leftwich.
Hey. So we'll go ahead and hit draft player for him, and we will select him for one of our 3 open slots, I believe.
All right.
Yeah, because we kept ourselves with 3 open slots, and that's going to be for 3 relief pitchers. So you can go ahead and do the whole entire simulate till the next Cincinnati Reds pick again.
Okay. All right, here we go. Are we going after Fairbanks?
This time we need to go after, this should be Jared Miller.
Really? Okay, Jared Miller.
At this point, everybody else is done drafting. It's just us.
Huh. Why am I somehow not surprised by that? Okay.
It's me. What do you expect? I mean, come on. We're going to burn people out on all these
these are 3 dudes that you're comfortable are going to be playing for us in the major leagues next year.
And if they don't play in the major leagues for us next year, we're going to release them back to their teams, and someone else will fill their spot.
Right.
So there's really nothing to lose outside of time, which, sure, maybe in spring training you'd rather have somebody else playing instead of this Rule 5 person. But if you can get a Rule 5 draft person come in and they play well, and they become most of the time I only do relief pitchers because they're the easiest one to fill. But if they fill a need that your team has and they do it perfectly, that's one less trade you have to do or one less free agency signing you have to do. And it's fantastic. It's a great way to get a cheap and easy person to fill a spot for free. So we're picking up Jared Miller, if you haven't gotten him done already.
I did. And then Fairbanks after that?
And then Fairbanks is our last guy. So we'll get all 3 people that we were looking for.
You're too good at this, Alex. You're too good.
Well, the problem is that Fairbanks has, I'm going to say, a 33% chance of staying on our team past spring training.
Right.
It's not very good. He is borderline MLB ready, but he has a lot of hit or miss type stuff in his ratings. He could turn into a really good relief pitcher who does amazingly well for us this coming year. And he could also throw up a 7.00 ERA, and we just absolutely ship him back to Tampa Bay in a heartbeat.
Yep. Understood.
Yeah. But again, the whole entire idea is you're taking, a risk-less, situation on a player. There's no risk involved, so why not give it a shot? You might get surprised. All right.
Very good.
We should go ahead and finish the Rule 5 draft.
All right. That's not an action. So, complete the draft. It is an action. Of course it's an action. How would it not be an action? What am I talking about? All right. So.
All right. We're going to
finish today, right?
No. Before we finish the day, we're going to run over and we're going to try to trade with the Giants.
Of course we are. You cannot help yourself, sir. You have a problem. And I love it, by the way.
If we can get away with this, we actually save money again. And we finish our team. We finish our team, which is the best part about it.
I like that.
So we're going to see if the Giants are interested in getting Luke Leftwich back.
All right.
And this would never happen in real life, folks. You could never get away with this. The minute you'd call the Giants and be like, hey, so do you remember the Rule 5 guy we picked up, Luke Leftwich? You want to trade for him again? You'd probably have a loud slam as they put their phone down.
Yeah, this is great. I love it.
We're going to trade to the Giants. So if you go to MLB transactions and go to the the player trade, initiate trade, and back to the Giants we go.
Back to the Giants.
Yeah. We are going to pick up I love the chat when they
No
get
mercy. No, these
no
guys,
mercy at all. Come
these
on.
guys, they're totally right. You are merciless. You are mean. You're angry, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, and the worst part is Luke Leftwich actually does a pretty good job during the regular season. He's actually a pretty good relief pitcher, and he's ready to go. So it'll be hard to get rid of him and then watch him do well in the Giants because, of course, he'll do well in their stadium. He's going to do fantastic. But it's worth what we're going to get out of this deal if the Giants are going to work with us. So we need to add on the Giants side of the deal, we're going to be picking up Kevin Pillar.
Oh, wait. Time out. Time out. Nobody reminded me to do the giveaway. We have a giveaway to do. We are going to start the giveaway. We are giving away 3 prizes. 3 prizes of 20,000 perfect points tonight. I'm sorry for interrupting, Alex, but I knew if I didn't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I knew if I didn't that we would have a problem.
The stream and be like, oh, we forgot about that.
Yes. So here we go. We're doing 3 prizes of 20,000 perfect points. All you need to do is type !ticket there in the chat, and you will be entered. So please do that. 20,000 perfect points. You can do a lot with that. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for entering. We appreciate it. Alex, I apologize for interrupting.
No, it's okay.
So,
not a problem at all.
Yes.
So, for this deal, like I said, we're going to be picking up. My mind's gone blank now. Kevin Pillar, center fielder from the Giants. Kevin Pillar.
Okay.
And if you want to look at his profile page, you'll understand exactly why we're picking up Kevin Pillar.
Wow. A lot of green and a lot of blue, especially when it comes to position rating and defense.
Yeah.
Very nice. Wow.
He's better. He's a better defender than we currently have with Jankowski. He's a better runner than Jankowski is, and he hits better than Jankowski is.
He can hit. He
actually hits for power too, which we kind of need that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, of course, our head scout doesn't like him as much, but he still likes him. But OSA loves him.
Yeah, OSA loves him. He's always been a really highly touted outfielder. He's just never had the breakout season he really needed to prove it. He's always had the defensive gloves. I've seen so many replays of his and golden defensive glove plays where it's just like, wow, that's really good. And then he just doesn't hit above like 250 or something, and it's like, dude, you could be so good if you just learned to hit.
If only.
But we're gonna take a flying chance on Pillar.
All right.
So add him to the deal.
And then Leftwich goes?
We're also going to add on one more person to the Giants side of the deal. We need to look for, if I can remember who this person is, should be Alexander Canario. He is a outfield prospect, I believe. Let me see if I can find him on my list now.
Alexander Canario, eh?
Yeah.
Connor Joe.
There is Connor Joe. I've seen him a couple times. I almost was tempted to have us grab him, but I did not. If you search by OSA ratings, he'll be at the top of the list for the Giants.
Under prospects?
Under prospects, yes.
What's his name?
This is Alexander Canario.
I do not. Oh, there he is. Okay, I got him. 19.
Yes.
19-year-old center fielder with also looks like good left field defensive ratings and potential to become a decent-ish hitter.
Yes. He's got some pop, and he has a really good eye discipline, which would make him someone that if he can get just a little more contact into his system, if those ratings go up, he'd be good. He'd be real good.
Yep.
So we like him.
All right.
So add him to the deal.
Okay.
And then we also are going to see... Yes, we are using OSA. Our head scout doesn't like Canario as much. He still thinks he's a 3-star prospect, so it's not bad. But that is why this trade's going to work, is because OSA values them much more than we do, and I'm guessing the Giants are the same way. So we also want to go ahead and have the Giants retain. Let's start with 70% of Kevin Pillar's contract.
All right. 70% of Kevin
70%.
Pillar's contract.
And that's because he's earning about $7 million a year, and we don't want to pay him that much.
That's a lot of percent.
That is a lot of percentage. We'll see if it actually goes through. I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, that is a completely unfair clue. We are doing a completely unfair thing. There are actual laws and restrictions in the MLB Players Union that state that you're not allowed to move a player so many days outside of getting them on your team. But this is OOTP, and you know what? We can do whatever we want. So.
Wow. I didn't realize you had such a devious side to you, Alex.
I
did
can.
not realize
I totally can. I do that with free agents. I do the same thing, big man. I've signed free agents just to literally trade them away for someone that I wanted but couldn't get. And it's yes, it doesn't feel good after you do it, but then you play the season and you're like, yeah, I needed this guy.
I think we're gonna have to add some new Alex prevention rules into the next version of this game, whatever that's called.
The challenge mode has additional rules and restrictions. That's what we'd have to play underneath of next time. So we need to go ahead and add Luke Leftwich to our side of the deal.
I got that already.
It does feel good. No, it doesn't. Trust me, it does not feel good. You know what you're doing is wrong. You just are gonna do it anyways. All right, so Leftwich goes on our side of the deal. We also are going to trade away Jankowski because we don't have a spot for him anymore if we pick up Pillar. So we need to add Leftwich and Jankowski to our side of the deal.
Okay, I'm just looking for Jankowski. There he is.
Yeah.
All right, not quite enough.
Okay, we also need to add on a couple of prospects to our side of the deal.
Okay.
So if we go to prospects, you're going to want to sort it by player name because I don't remember if these are catchers or relief pitchers. We're looking for an Eric Yang. I think he's a catcher, but if you sort it by last name, he'd be at the bottom of the list or top of the list, depending upon how it's sorted.
Wait, you mean their prospect or our prospect?
Our prospect list.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to have to make this work a little bit.
Okay, I gotcha.
Actually, Mjolnir, we actually can potentially pick up Andrelton Simmons and have the Angels retaining like 70% of his contract, but we already have a good shortstop, so we don't need to do that right now.
Eric Yang, you said, right?
Eric Yang.
Okay.
Was he a catcher or was he a...
He's a catcher.
Okay. And what do they think about that?
Might be enough, but they need to think about it.
We can also add on another person from our list called Eric Campbell. Just like the soup.
From our list, okay.
From our list, yeah. So back up to the C's.
Eric Campbell? No, Ryan Campbell.
Eric Campbell. Campbell?
I have a Ryan Campbell.
Ryan Campbell? Hold on.
He's a 23-year-old relief pitcher.
That might have been him. Did I say his name wrong? Oh, I did.
Know.
It is, yeah, Ryan Campbell. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wow, where did I get the other person's name from?
All right, they agreed to it.
Okay, let's see if we can get more out of the retainment.
Okay.
Because we might be able to go up to about 85%.
They like it.
For 85?
They do. They say, I like your proposal. Please submit
what about 90?
See what happens at 90. They like it.
Okay, 95?
Come on, keep 95. Oh, they can't afford it.
Oh, alrighty. They can't afford it. Oh, they can't afford it.
No.
Oh.
They can do
so
90.
That means they
actually
90. Might do that. Take away from our side of the deal. Take away Campbell. Take away Ryan real fast.
Okay.
And then see what would make this work if we did that.
Okay. A lot of players. Any of them make you happy to get rid of?
Not in the list yet. So let me see. Oh, there it is. Those are our best guys, unfortunately. We could offer them Contreras, actually. That's Jan Contreras, I believe. He's not bad.
He's only 18 years old, but I mean, if you're willing to give up
Yeah.
on an 18-year-old, I am too.
Let's do Contreras because we already have a good second base prospect in Senzel,
Okay.
and we have a lot of people in AAA that are already pretty good. I would not feel bad about getting rid of Contreras instead.
Okay. All right, they want it.
That saves us from getting rid of Campbell, who actually is a pretty decent starting prospect.
All right.
Okay. And that would be about as much as we can squeeze out of the Giants for this deal.
Luke Leftwich, my goodness. Welcome
The poor
home.
guy.
See you later, pal.
Go
Get
home.
out.
Go home. Go back to the Giants.
All right.
Stay
I'm gonna
there.
hit the button. I'm going to complete
Go ahead
the
and
trade.
complete that.
All right. Done.
The problem, Ganba, about our half-star prospect that you saw on that list is that's what our head scout thought about that guy. If you go to OSA, I believe that's Hunter Bishop, who was that half-star prospect. Hunter Bishop is a 4-star OSA prospect. We do not want to get rid of that. So if you see somebody on that Make It Work Now list who's half-star, always go to their page and check both of the scouting pages, just in case your head scout's not viewing them correctly or they're really off, and the other scout thinks that they're fantastic. Because you don't want to get rid of somebody really good just because your head scout thinks they're really bad. Not that you shouldn't trust your head scout, but, you know, Hunter Bishop is good. We have high hopes for Hunter Bishop. Okay, so that gives us our center fielder for at least this next coming year.
I like it. I like it a lot.
90% off, too. That's a steal.
That is.
That's better than an Amazon Lightning round.
That really is.
Okay, so let's go back to our rosters and transactions for the Reds.
Okay.
We're going to go to waivers and DFA.
Right.
Some people to move around now.
Yep.
So we need to add just Pilar to our Major League roster.
Place on active roster.
Yes.
All right. Done.
And then we're going to need to go back to our lineups because
I'm going to save this real quick.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
Although who knows where it's saving. Not that we had any concerns
save it to that same spot, Rich. We should be good.
I know. We'll see. It was there. It was there. We just didn't know where there was. Anyway, carry on.
Yes. We should go ahead and actually simulate some more days because now we're just waiting to see if we get Moose.
What's happening, Catch? Yes, let's do that. All right. So
and the other free agents on our list as well. Those are the most important parts for the rest of the stream, pretty much.
Very good. All right, so we're going to finish today? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, go ahead and finish the day.
All right.
How good is Yoshi? Yoshi's pretty good. He's got differentiating opinions if you look at his OSA versus our head scout. Our head scout isn't as flattered about Yoshi as OSA is, but he's got a very good gap power and avoid Ks, which we fell in love with. He also has a pretty decent infield arm and range. In fact, they're gorgeous infield arm and range. He's really good. His infield air is his one issue. So there's actually a potential moment here in the near future where Yoshi will be playing left field instead of shortstop. So we'll see what happens. All right, but you can go ahead and keep simulating, Rich. We're just going to be waiting for mail to come in, basically.
All right.
Let us know that somebody's gotten back to us about our offers.
The Astros claimed Kerry Maya, by the way.
They actually claimed Mela. Okay.
They did. Mela, yes.
Okay, well, that's fine. They can take him.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Not that we really care. All right, let's keep going.
All right, Moustakis, negotiation update.
No, that's not what I wanted to hear.
He is leaning towards the Orioles.
The Orioles?
There's a way we can work things out. We should do it, but right now they've put together a better package for himself and his family. He's using the family card now. He's going for it.
Okay. I can't believe the Orioles are going after him, to be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and offer him a contract and see how much he's asking for now.
All right. He wants $9 million a year for 5 years. Well, 9.5 in the last year.
Oof. So that's basically all of the rest of our money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we could probably do this one more time before we don't have any money left to offer him the third base position, which thankfully we have backup plans. We're okay with that. But
I want him. Let's go.
I want him too. Let's at least offer him the 9.5, and we'll see if he signs for it.
So are we offering what he's got here, or am I upping it?
Nope, we can just offer him exactly what he's asking for right there, and mostly because of the fact that we only have 800,000. Is that 800,000 left, or is that 600,000 left?
That is 845,000 left.
So we've got about $500,000 left to offer him before our GM is going to pull the plug on us, or our owner is going to pull the plug on us. So let's go ahead and offer him that contract.
So am I meeting the demand? Is that what I'm doing?
You can just ask for a response, and he should be like, yeah, that works.
Okay.
And then we can submit that.
Okay, we've done it.
We'll see if the Orioles beat it.
So finish today?
Yes, we can go ahead and finish today.
All right, it's now December 18th. Ryu goes to the Giants, by the way.
He went to the Giants?
From the Dodgers to the Giants.
Wow. Okay, I've had so many simulations where he goes to the Mariners or the Blue Jays or the Brewers. The Brewers got him a couple times. The Cubs got him once, I think. So the Giants.
Yep, from the Dodgers to the Giants. I did not realize that clue. So, oops, if every free agent that we've signed has had a player option for the last year, and definitely not on purpose. But I don't know if that's okay though. Okay.
That's not a problem because most of the player options are for people that have gotten reduced contracts. So most likely than not, they're going to not accept that player option because they want more. Okay. Versus, if you did that for like a Mookie Betts, of course he'll take $40 million player option. Unless he thinks he's worth 50. The worst situation that you could get is someone like a Joey Votto, who we're paying $25 million a year for. If he had a player option on his last year, he would accept that, and we would not want him to accept that because he's not worth $25 million. Thankfully, we have a team option at the end of Votto's contract for $20 million, but we're still not going to accept the $20 million. So if you can get a team option, that's better. Player options aren't that bad if it's low enough. If it's low enough, more likely than not, the player is going to decline it. So we're fine for these couple of offers. That's not a problem.
All right. I'm going to finish the day.
Go ahead. Interesting how Ryu goes to the Giants. That's really interesting. I've never seen the Giants be that aggressive. Oh,
boy. And the Cubs get Garrett Cole.
The Cubs always get Garrett Cole.
I didn't want that.
How much do they have to offer him for that?
$169 million over 7 years.
Oh, man, they even got him for, like, dirt cheap, too. How much was that, 137?
169.
169 for 7 years?
Yep.
So that was only $24.5 million. Oof. How much is he getting in real life? Like 38?
Yeah.
No,
a lot more than that.
Like 33.
It's in the 30s. It's in the 30s.
Good grief. So the Cubbies got him for dirt cheap.
All right. So our guy Sung-Hwa Im has a contract negotiation update. The Yankees have made him a juicy offer.
They beat our $3.9 million offer?
They did. He wants 3 years and 4.7 annual salary.
7? I'm sorry, Rich. We can't offer him 4.7.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
We're going to be trying to get Moustakas.
Nope.
If Moustakas is going to come back to us and ask for a couple $1 million more, I'd rather take Moustakas over him. We've gotten some pretty good relief pitching people. I think we'll be okay.
All right. So I'm just going to finish the day. I'm not going to do anything.
We're going to let him go, unfortunately.
I am. Yep. All right. So hold on a second. Let me make sure that I'm not doing anything wrong here.
It's always the Yankees, though.
Go to my mail. All right. All right. So finishing the day.
Yes. We're going to try to see if we can just get Moustakas to sign. That's all we're kind of hoping for at this point. He doesn't.
Matsura wants to sign with us.
Good. So he has signed. Awesome. So we did get the backup catcher.
Right.
And we also got Theodore Estrada. So he's our backup second base shortstop potential person.
Do I have to do anything now? He says, let's make a deal?
No.
Okay.
He accepted our offer. Basically, he's just telling us that he took our offer. He's going to sign.
Oh, contract signed. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's
Excellent.
on our squad now. So
Beautiful.
awesome. So we got the backup catcher.
Oh, boy.
Yay.
Okay, here's more. Moustakas, contract negotiation update.
No! No, Moustakas. No, don't do this to us.
He likes the looks of our offer,
Oh,
but
okay,
he's
good.
not going to break off negotiations with other clubs quite yet.
He favors it. Okay, good. Good. I was hoping he was going to come back and be like, oh, no, Baltimore offered me $15 million. Like, excuse me.
The fans aren't happy about Freddie Galvis being gone, by the way.
And that's understandable. Unfortunately, Freddie Galvis is one of those people where he's not worth the $5 or $6 million that we were going to have to pay him to keep him. So, yeah, we'll get dinged for that.
All right. It is now Christmas Day, 2019.
Please, Moustakas, give us a Christmas present.
Josh Donaldson goes to the Angels.
Oh, that's a Christmas present enough in itself.
Edwin Encarnacion to the White Sox.
Do you remember, the reason why I say that's a Christmas present for Donaldson to go is because Donaldson was in talks with the Brewers to sign there. If the Cubbies got Cole and Donaldson went to the Brewers, we were in a real bad pickle. So that's great that Donaldson goes to the Angels instead. That's fantastic.
Keuchel goes to the Giants. Wade Miley to the Mets or the Yankees? The Yankees. All right.
Wow, the Giants are making huge moves.
Oh, we have a trade proposal from the Padres.
Oh?
They would
like Kinsler still?
They want to give their 30-year-old second baseman Greg Garcia for our 24-year-old minor league first baseman Abandel Isabel.
I don't think we really want to pick up Greg Garcia.
Nope. Okay, moving forward. We got another couple of minutes for the giveaway, by the way. If anybody's just joined us, we're giving away 3 prizes of 20,000 perfect points. A couple more minutes left. We'll do that. Just hit ! ticket to enter. All right, I'm finishing the day. It's now December 28th.
Oof. Making good progress, though.
All right. Joe Smith goes to the Cubs. Abreu to the Blue Jays. Let's see here. Finish the day. Matsura needs to go somewhere.
Oh, that's right. We need to add him to our 40-man roster. And also add him to our active roster, because he's going to back up Posey.
So I do both, or just one?
You can just put him on the active roster, and that'll do both.
Good. All right. All right, going to finish the day.
Mm-hmm. We're just waiting to see if Moustakas can finally tell us that he's willing to sign.
All right, it is now New Year's Eve.
Oh, boy.
All right, it's now New Year's Day.
Grandal re-signed with the Dodgers? Sorry, that's not good for us, unfortunately. That just makes the Dodgers that much better.
Yeah.
Although that is interesting, that the Dodgers are going to play Will Smith or Grandal now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We did it. We did it. We did it.
Whew.
We signed him. Contract signed.
He made us pay him more, but when you throw out the family card, sure, we'll give you a couple $1 million for the family card, I guess.
Our fans are happy. We have to give a 3rd-round draft pick away.
Yes, we do, unfortunately. That is the compensation for Moustakas is a 3rd-round draft pick.
Yep.
But that's doable. That's just fine for us to be able to do. So let's go ahead and head back to our rosters really fast.
All right. 1 more minute till we stop the giveaway, or till we stop the entry and then we do the giveaway, excuse me. All right.
All right, so we should just check and make sure that we have given or put Moustakas onto our active roster as well. There should be... Oh, no, we have run out of 40-man roster space. Okay, so we can't put him on the Major League roster because there is no more room on our 40-man roster.
All right.
So we have to make a tough decision about who we're going to waive and designate for assignment to allow Moustakas to play.
Okay.
So the question's going to come down to which of the infielders or Sal Romano do we want to get rid of? And unfortunately, my money is probably going to be on either Cologne or Trahan, I believe.
All right. Who are the choices?
So if you scroll down to the bottom of the 40-man roster, basically anybody at the bottom is the people that we're going to be picking from.
Right.
There's a lot of second base, shortstop kind of players down there. Yeah, Trahan is one, Cologne is another, Sal Romano is the third. Those are the three guys that we kind of need to make a decision about and figure out if we want to. Well, basically, one of them has to get waived and designated for assignment to make room for Moustakas.
I'd say Cologne.
Okay, let's do Cologne then.
All right. So I am waiving him?
You're going to waive and designate him for assignment.
Okay. And then I'm going to put Moustakas on the active roster.
That is correct.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
All right,
let's
do the giveaway first, shall we?
Giveaway first. Good idea.
All right, you guys ready? We are stopping the entry. You got 10 seconds to hit exclamation point ticket if you already have not before we stop it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was not 5 seconds.
That was not 5 seconds.
No. All right, it's over. Who wants to win? I know somebody wants to win. Here we go. Are we ready? The first winner of 20,000 perfect points. By the way, if you are a winner, all you got to do is hit me up on Discord. I'm going to need your username, and then that's how we take care of that. All right, the first winner is Matrim10. Congratulations, Matrim. Well done.
Bye.
Very well done. 20,000 perfect points are yours. You just need to tell me what your username is. Hit me up on Discord. That is by far the best way to do that. Congrats, Matrim. All right, the second winner is Magus.
Yay!
Oh, that's awesome. That makes me very happy. Magus, you're here all the time, every single one of these. You're awesome. A fantastic member of our great community. So that makes me very happy. Congratulations. Congratulations. And the third and final winner is Flappy Foldy Flap. Well done. Fantastic name as well. All three of you guys are winners of 20,000 perfect points. Again, hit me up on the Discord, and I will get you all squared away with everything that you need. Congratulations. Well done. All right, so let's take this home, Alex Murray. How do we want to close out an incredibly successful Rule 5 draft / Moustakas free agent signing? My goodness, this was a great day.
Yeah, we've made some good progress. Let's finish by getting our entire team kind of organized and then take one last look at it and
all right,
kind of be able to allow people to see what we've done and changes and everything, and we'll be able to end on that note. So if we go to, so we've gotten the waivers and DFAs done.
Yes.
Let's hit actions in the upper right-hand corner and have it do the minor league systems one more time.
Okay, done.
So that'll do all of our minor leagues and make sure they're all organized, and if anybody's moved, they can put them in the right spot. Let's head over to our pitching tab really fast.
All right.
We're going to start there.
Okay.
So this is probably all of the moves we're going to make until potentially preseason begins / spring training begins.
Okay.
At which point we'll be looking at signing people for free. That will be the agenda. Will be to grab veterans who want to just play in the minor leagues, invite them to spring training, and then we will see if they perform well enough to land a major league roster spot. And if they do, then that's great.
Okay.
So our pitching rotation needs some work, and we also need to allow the game to set up our bullpen. So at a glance, we need to think about some pretty big name people and where they're going to be starting for spring training. Now, we're going to be changing some of these things when we get to spring training just to, reflect the way that we're going to strategize and work spring training, which is going to be later. That's later. More about that. But for now, if you hit actions,
Mm-hmm.
and you hit Ask Bench Coach for staff, it's going to do everybody. And you will notice that there are a couple people that are maybe out of position potentially. You may notice that if you hit that button, Sal Romano might be starting.
That's right.
And to be honest, we kind of want Luis Severino starting. So we need to do some more player strategy to kind of set it up the way that we think it's going to look come spring training.
Okay.
So if you right-click on Severino's name and go to his set game strategy, we need to, on the right side of the bottom right, the forced role should be starting pitcher. Now, we also want to do that for Luis Castillo, Anthony DeSclafani, Sonny Gray, and probably Dakota Hudson. So if you can find them
All right, so
on
now
the,
I got Castillo as now for starting pitcher, as well as who's next?
DeSclafani would be someone else that we're probably going to mandate to start. Sonny Gray would also be someone that we are destined to have as a starter. And then the last person that I think we're going to place in our starting rotation is going to be Dakota Hudson.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. And then if we go back to the pitching tab and we have it go ahead and ask the bench coach for staff one more time, it will reflect where we are at with our team.
Beautiful.
With Severino in the starting rotation. To be honest, Severino is no longer an ace. He is not an ace anymore. Beautiful. He is at best a number 2 starter. So unfortunately, he's not the ace that a lot of New York fans are going to remember him for being. The live start for OOTP, he's a number 2 starter at best. So we're hoping he can become a number 2 starter, and that's all we're asking from him because we already have Gray. So we're going to steal all of the Yankees' unwanted starters and make them amazing once again. Okay, one more thing before we can close out the stream. Let's go ahead and go back to our lineups. Because we just got a new third baseman.
Yes, we did.
Which means we do have to do the whole entire ring around the infield situation.
All right, I love it. This is exciting.
So, Pilar is going to be playing center field for us for the year, which is great. That's a great pickup for us. But Yoshioka is not going to be starting at shortstop now because he doesn't have room at shortstop if we have Adames playing there. So we need to go back to the player strategies for some of the people we set up last stream and change them now because we've had some edits. So if you right-click on Yoshioka or Yoshi, go to his game strategy.
Yep.
We need to have him start in left field. We're going to force him to start in left field. And this is going to be so we can train him how to play left. Also on this list, we need to change Willy Adames to play shortstop.
All right.
And once we do that, Moustakis will fill in at third base just fine. Senzel should already be at second base. So we can go ahead and go back to lineups.
Okay.
And do actions, ask bench coach for all depth charts and lineups.
Okay. Done.
And then that should be our official looking lineup that we're going to move into spring training with right there.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at this. Look at this team.
8 episodes in, ladies and gentlemen, potentially you're starting 2020 Cincinnati Reds.
Wow. What a good team. Buster Posey, Joey Votto, Nick Senzel, Willy Adames, Mike Moustakis, Mookie Betts, Kevin Pillar, and Shinichi Yoshioka. Holy moly.
And
you are a genius.
Well, we'll see if it works. This isn't even showing our depth. We haven't even brought up Thero Estrada. We've got a lot of outfielders that can be backup for this team. So our job is to get a good starting position everywhere across our diamond, but then we also need to have good backups. So it may look good, but if we lose Betts to an injury, it's not going to feel so good, and it won't work so well. So we do need to make sure that our depth is good, but that's what spring training is for.
Right.
This is a team that I definitely think can compete. It can definitely win now if it needs to, and it can also win in a couple years if it wants to. With the young guns like Yoshioka, Senzel, Adamas, you've got young people still developing, and then veterans to back them up with Moustakis and Votto and Posey. You've got really good and charismatic players and veterans to be able to keep the team stable. So I like where this team is going. It's actually turning out really, really nicely.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, this is a fantastic place to save. We will be right back here next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, same time, same place. Twitch.tv/OOTP Developments for you guys watching on YouTube. Thank you, everybody who is here tonight. Congratulations to the winners of the giveaway. Just thank you guys every week for being here. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys and do this. We have the best community in video games. I say it all the time because it's true. Thank you guys for being part of that. Alex Murray, thank you, my friend. As always, incredibly well done. This is so much fun. I've learned so much about our game just from this stream, from interacting with you. So thank you for being great at what you do.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see what happens next time when we get up to spring training and all of the fun and chaotic moments we're going to get from that.
By the way, right before we go, I want to mention one thing real quick, and I don't have a visual for it. But until next Monday, February 3rd, so less than a week, Franchise Hockey Manager 6 is on sale, 50% off. It's only $19.99. If you love Out of the Park Baseball and you have not tried Franchise Hockey Manager 6, you're missing out on something really cool. Franchise Hockey Manager 6 is currently very positively reviewed on Steam. So the fans have spoken. It's the best, it's the most players ever, the best-selling version of Franchise Hockey Manager ever, and we're very excited about it. And it's on sale for the All-Star Game, the NHL All-Star Game. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Go check out Franchise Hockey Manager 6. Okay, that is going to wrap it up for this week. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Alex. We'll be right back here again next week. Don't forget, please check out our podcast. Check out Out of the Park Now, which comes out on Tuesdays. The newest episode came out today. Check out the Kevin Kennedy Show. It comes out every single Thursday, and this week will be no different. And until next time, I just want to say thank you for being a great part of what makes Out of the Park baseball. Just so much fun to experience. You guys are fantastic. Thank you, everybody. We will see you again next week right here.